Hey guys! So I'm back from another tiring day of work, and at work I was actually having intense cravings for pasta. And if you know me, I don't usually eat any pasta or rice for dinner. My dinners always are very light and it has a lot of vegetables. So as you can tell, I mainly eat salads for dinner just because I don't want to feel bloated and I don't want to go to sleep feeling, heavy. It's personal preference. But just knowing that, I was like, okay, maybe I should just go out and buy like some spaghetti squash or some zucchini and then spiralize it and make it into noodles, which was a good option, but I've already tried it before. And I knew that I had the day off tomorrow, so I was like, okay, what if I try something new? So just now I went to the market and I bought these Japanese yam noodles. They're called shirataki noodles, and they're made from this plant called the cognac. It's made from the root of it. And apparently it has 0 calories and it's very high in fiber. So what I read is that it will keep you full for a very long time. So although this noodle keeps you full, it isn't the best energy source, so try to eat this with some protein and vegetables. So right now I'm going to be making the shirataki noodles along with this homemade spaghetti meat sauce that is very easy to make. So this is going to be the seasoning for the ground beef that I'll be preparing in the pasta sauce. So what I did is I put 1/4 cup of red wine. I think I deserve that. Ooh, that tastes really good. Then paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of the ground pepper. And did I say I put wine? Yeah, I put wine. That turns into this, and we'll be putting the beef in here. Woo, that wine is kicking in. Create the marinade of your meat of your choice. I was craving ground beef today, so that's what we're gonna be making. Now we'll be mixing the seasoning into the meat, and note that all the ingredients I use and instructions will be in the comments below. Turn the pan to medium heat. Heat some sesame oil, or you can just use any oil if you're choosing. I chose sesame oil to make it have a more Asian flavor. Put diced onions and minced garlic. After 1 to 2 minutes of sauteing them, add carrots. After 2 minutes, push to one side and add the meat. After it browns a little, stir everything together. Add chicken broth, diced tomatoes, and tomato paste. Put the lid and turn the stove to high heat. Once the sauce starts to boil, turn down to low heat for 15 minutes. If you don't turn down the heat, your sauce will be super dry and burnt. Unless you like eating charcoal, don't forget this step. To make instant broth, I always mix 1 teaspoon of this bouillon, bouillon, paste with 1 cup of water. The results are amazing, and I would highly recommend this product. I use diced tomatoes pre-seasoned with Italian herbs to create a more flavorful sauce. The tomato paste I used is double concentrated, so I used half of what the ingredient calls for as well. Now for the noodles. They have a fishy odor, so you'll want to rinse them really well. Place them on a towel and pat dry. The goal is to get them dry enough so they'll have a similar texture to pasta. To do this, I'm going to dry roast them, heat a dab of oil, which is optional, on a pan on medium heat. If you do choose to use oil, just be careful when you pour the noodles inside the pan, because when the water touches oil, I had no choice but to do it with one hand because I'm filming. But you have a choice because it's Chiusdays with Sarah. Get it? Leave the noodles for about 3 minutes and toss them around occasionally. Now mix the noodles with the sauce, and there you have it. If you have leftover sauce, you can always put it in a salad or top it on rice or anything else of your choosing. Here I made a taco salad. I added bell peppers, cucumbers, red onions, beans, and tomatoes, and of course the meat sauce. Alright, so now for the taste test. Finally eat dinner. They're surprisingly less mushy than I thought they would turn out to be. So the dry roasting method that we did earlier in this video was pretty effective. The meat itself, very flavorful. You can taste all the herbs and spices that we put inside earlier. As for the bell peppers, it just adds a nice crunch and freshness to this dish. So yeah, I would definitely buy this noodle again. It's a little bit pricier than I would want it to be, but when it's 0 calories, you can't really complain. There are many other ways you can make this dish. I think I was just craving marinara sauce with tomatoes and meat. So you can always make this a little bit more Asian just by adding like peanut sauce or sriracha and adding some stir-fried vegetables and some like chicken. And as for the meat, you can definitely use like ground turkey to lean a little bit more towards the healthy side. Alright guys, so that's it for the video. Something I want you to take away from this is that although there are things that you may be craving out there, like pasta or, I don't know, cake, donuts, whatever it may be, there are healthier alternatives out there that, even though they might not taste exactly the same, there's still some way that it can satisfy your craving. So just and that also applies to life as well. If you're stuck in a sticky situation, you're not just gonna sit there helplessly cry. I mean, like, you may do that first, but in the end, you're gonna think outside the box and get out of the situation and be proud of yourself. So yeah, so this is pretty much my solution for today, and I think so. Thank you guys for watching. It has been a fun Chiusdays with Sarah. So please join me again next week, and be sure to keep watching.